If your SDRs aren't profitable or they're not hitting quota, it might be time to do a deep analysis and find out exactly why. For my clients, I do this in three steps. The first is a quantitative analysis, the second is a qualitative analysis, and the third is an automation analysis. The quantitative analysis is I'm looking at the average selling price for SDR sourced deals. I'm also looking at the conversion rates at every stage of the funnel. I also want to figure out if the SDR team is profitable or not. And I do that by taking the lifetime value of all the SDR sourced deals within a certain period of time, say a single fiscal year, and dividing that by the total cost of the SDR program within that same time period. And again, the goal here is to figure out if the SDR team is profitable or not. And also, what tweaks from a mathematical perspective are necessary to one, make them profitable or get them to start hitting quota. One example of that is if I do an analysis on the team and then we figure out, okay, so if we increase our call to connect rate by 6%, and then of those call connects, we're converting at least 33% of those into meetings, we could become profitable with the same headcount, assuming our close rate and show rate didn't decrease. The second step is a quantitative analysis. And here you want to look at the sales activity of your team. What's the messaging that they're sending out? And also grade their performance against a really realistic role play. So look at phone calls, email threads, LinkedIn DMs that were sent, videos that they're sending, and then grade their messaging against a framework that defines what world class really looks like at your company. And the third step is automation. And I mentioned this in a previous video. But what you're doing here is you want to look at every step within your SDR's workflow. So once an SDR sits down and they start prospecting, what is every single step that they're taking before, during, and after making the phone call, sending the email, or doing whatever form of outreach that they're doing? And then figure out how many of those steps within that workflow can be automated and how would you automate them. If you do this the right way, you should be able to eliminate 50 to 80% of the manual work that an SDR has to do. And if you want a done for you version of this for your team, shoot me a DM.